Hey y'all, you know me. You could call me Empress, you could call me Fancy, or if you know my real name, you could call me that too. But I'm right back. I told y'all I was coming right back with episode 5 because I'm about to crank this content out. I'm really about to get into this, okay? I really, really like it. It's fun. And let me say, first and foremost, if there's any other shows that y'all don't see too many people reviewing, but you want somebody to review, let me know. Comment and let me know so I can see if I want to do them shows. Okay, well, I might be already watching them shows or already thinking about doing them shows. So let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right back into it. Y'all already know it's All the Queen's Men, episode 5. This one is called Dirty Dancing. Okay, that's Madam, and that's the judge, y'all. That's Judge Ross right there. Can y'all see? Here you go. Can y'all see? Can y'all see? Okay. Because I ain't good enough all that to be putting the picture up on the video and all that stuff. I'm new to this. Okay, I'm on a ring light with my iPhone 12. We gonna work it out, okay? I ain't even about to start begging y'all for no money. Don't even worry about it. All right, boom. So we pick right back up. This is the beginning of the episode. We pick right back up with Madam and the judge at her car, okay? So the judge is like, Madam, let me introduce myself. I'm Madam. This is my club, okay? I know you like my club, and I know that you like the D, okay? And the judge is like, oh, she's still trying to fake cut her pearls and all that. And she's like, Judge, don't do that. We are here, okay? Don't try to do all that, all right? And the judge is like, what is this? She's like, this is, you do what I say, or I'm gonna fuck your life up. That's what we doing, all right? And the judge is like, I'm a judge. She keep telling everybody that she's a judge. Tell yourself that you a judge while you trying to blackmail that young black man, okay? And use the whole black woman because you want some, So the judge was like, I'm a judge. I will have you arrested. And then Eva said, and I will have you on the news spread eagle, okay? And I know all about you. Yes, they are cameras. They are all about you. And you can do whatever you want to do. I do not care, okay? I do not care. Now, I feel like if your husband can be out here tricking with all these little hoes, you can come up here and get you some if you want to. Just letting the judge know that I know all about you, boo-boo, okay? So, she said this is how it's about to be. First of all, Babyface will pay his child support, and he will pay on time, and you will not get him locked up, okay? Next, you will accept whatever he can pay. That's how that's going to work, all right? And know that you are always welcome here to do whatever you want to do. That is none of my business. However, when you do, make sure you bring some money and pay for it. And the judge was like, oh, that is illegal. Madam was like, girl, please. Please with the illegalities, okay? Because you illegal, all right? You is illegal, ma'am. Lastly, and pay attention because it's very important. You will get a case involving an old man with Alzheimer's. See, I told y'all in the last video, 1 minute they saying Alzheimer's, and next minute they saying dementia, okay? We just going to, I guess, assume that he has both. Okay, that's fine. And his name is James DeVille. He is my dad, okay? And you will grant me power of attorney. All right? That's what's going to happen. Or you're going to have a problem. That's it. That's all. So, good night. And the judge was like, I still need a ride home. And she's like, girl, go ahead. She ain't about to bother you. Go on, judge. I'll see you soon. All right? Boom, bye. Intro. Theme song. Come back. Madam's office. The same night. We paying out. The guys coming in paying out. Fuego comes in and pays out. Good night. Midnight comes in. Good night. You know what I'm saying? And Madam was like, I see you still beefing. And Midnight was like, I'm just doing what I gotta do. And Madam told him to go back to the doctor. All right? We talked about that. I ain't getting back into it. You know. So Doc comes in. And she was like, Doc, I want to talk to you. Have you spoken to her? And he was like, no. And she was like, well, he ain't call. I mean, she didn't call. And he said, no. And then she said, okay, well, sit back and we'll see what's going on or whatever. And he was like, I don't think she talks to the police. And she was like, oh, no, she definitely talks to the police. But it's all good. I got it. Good night. So Aunt comes in. And she said, ask him how was his first night. And he was like, yeah, it was good. So they making a lot of money. And she was like, yeah, that's what we do up in here. And he asked, what if I was thinking about being a dancer? And she says, I would tell you to think long and think hard, okay? Because it's real easy to get in this business and it's real hard to get out. Because when you start making that good, fast money like that, it's real, real hard to stop, okay? So if you going to do it, think about it first. All right? So, boom. Another door guy, one of the another guys that work the door, come in with Blue. And Blue says that we have a problem. And Aunt was like, all right, well, I'm going to get on up out of here. And Blue was like, no, hold on, because this involves you too. And she says that the door was short $320. And Aunt was like, no. And Blue said that App's clicks are higher than his count. So then the guy, the other dude, he was like, man, madam, you got to stop hiring these thugs. He probably can't even count. And Aunt was like, what? And madam told Aunt, she was like, shut up. So the other guy was like, yeah, I see he won my job. I seen him clicking twice on people last night. Ain't this his first night? Or he said the other night, last night, whatever. But either way, ain't this Aunt first night? Okay. So Aunt was like, you lying. You lying. Get up in his face. And then madam shot the guy. Not Aunt. She shot the guy in the leg. And she was like, that's my nephew. Don't you lie on him. I've been watching you. I've been watching you for months. Don't you bleed on my carpet. Get out of here. So then she just shifted back like nothing happened or whatever. And she was like, Aunt, if you want to dance, let me know. And Aunt looking crazy. Aunt, if you want to dance, let me know. Good night. Bye. So, boom. It's the next day. And madam is coming down the steps in her house and something else. This time, it's this orange, like a burnt orange, like, oh, it's like an orange, but like a tan, like that MCM kind of brown orange. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, something like that. But it was velvet again. And it was a one shoulder little drawstring. And then she had her locks over to the side with a rope. It was cute. You know, Eve not going to let them play with her. Okay, Tyler Perry, her behind. All right, boom. So the next day, she coming down the steps. Shamika calls her phone, and she tells her that the foster people put her out. The foster parents put her out, and madam asked her where she been staying. She said, I slept on the train. And so madam was like, where you at now? She said, I'm at the airport. Like, fuck is you at the airport for? You got no money. So she tells her to meet her at the restaurant where they first met at. Come now. So just at that point, madam's butler brings in Miss Patty. So madam hands Miss Patty a brief. She said, this is a brief for the motion I want you to file in Judge Ross's court. The judge. So Miss Patty is like, I can't. And can I get you somebody else? And madam says, that's not a request. Okay? And Miss Patty was like, not this judge. And madam was like, well, why not? Okay, why not? And she was like, I just don't want to. And she's like, I told you I would find somebody else. I would find you another lawyer. And madam was like, what is the issue? What am I missing? So then she was like, I saw her and Babyface. And she was like, What happens at my club stays at my club. Don't want to hear it, don't care. File the motion. And Miss Patty was like, okay, it's handled. I got it. So back at the halfway house, Amp is asleep. He's like, he ain't even like in the bed. He is just passed out across the top of the bed, sleep. And Red is sitting in a chair, like right by his bed, like digging in like his drawers, his nightstand drawers or whatever. And Amp wakes up. He like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I told you to stop watching me sleep. And Red is like, well, I'm anxious. I'm anxious. I want to know how it went last night. I'm anxious. He's like, man, whatever. And then Red told him he got to take his drug test or whatever. And he was all asking about, was it a lot of women in there? I know they was fat and doing all. Just, he's so weird. I told y'all, I do not like him. I don't like him. You know, he just, I can't, even when I be watching the episodes and I be trying to take the notes, when it gets to him, I be like glazing over a little bit because I cannot stand this nigga. Yeah, he just blows my day. So, at first, Aunt was like, I ain't think about them women. I was in there to work, and Red was like, you just got out of jail and you ain't paying attention to the women. What is you talking about? So Aunt was like, all right, well, there is just one girl. I kind of like her. She is bad, but he talking about Dime, of course, or whatever. And then he was like, I'm about to go ahead and take this drug test and stop watching me sleep. It's weird. Okay? And then we heard like this little boom boom when somebody was hollering. And Aunt was like, what's going on? And Red was like, yes, somebody going their ass back to jail, failed this drug test or whatever. So he go down there, Aunt go downstairs, and he see the guy getting taken out. And then he asked what's that man name? What I tell y'all his name was? Paul, I think it is, or Bill or something, the mean P.O. man at the halfway house. He was like, yeah, he failed his drug test. He had weed and alcohol in the system. Now it's your turn. Might be your last 30 minutes free. Get out. Go and do it. Whatever. So then we go back to the locker room at the club, okay? And the guys is getting ready and talking they shit and talking about what happened with Miss Patty and all that. And then Amp comes in, right? Y'all know how this about to be. Amp comes in and he just wants to ask the guys about dancing, asking about amateur night, and they get all up in his face and press him out. Amp just back out. He just back out and leave, you know what I'm saying? Amp don't want no smoke. So at the restaurant with Madam and Shamika all eating the food up like she ain't ate in a month. And Madam was like, when the last time you ate? And she like, oh, I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, whatever. So she was like, well, what's going on? And she was like, sometimes they just get irritated with me and put me out. I guess because it's a lot of kids in there. And she was like, are you safe there? And the girl is like, yeah. And so she gave her some money or whatever. Right. She gave her some money and told her to call her. She was like, if you go back and they don't let you in, call me. But if they taking care of you, you need to stay. You need to stay there. If they taking care of you and you safe there, you need to stay. And she was like, when you turn 18, I'll get you a job. I'll help you get a job. And the girl was like, where? Shamika was like, where? And Madam was like, don't even worry about it. We'll worry about that when the time come. And then Shamika was like, at Club Eden. And Madam was like, how you know about Eden? And the girl was like, I Googled you. So Madam was like, yeah, all right, we'll talk about that later. I'm out. Call me if you need me. So in Madam's office, Madam in her office, and Blue come in, and she says, Tina is gone. She skipped town wherever she went. And she was like, me and Kat is looking into it. And Blue said, I'm worried. Kat says there's a detective. And Madam was like, you sure? No, sorry. Madam was like, it's all right. Like she always say. And Blue was like, you sure? And Madam, this is another one of Madam lines. She was like, look at my face. Does it look worried? That's another thing that she likes to say. But that's cool. And she said, thanks. I got you fine. So, Amp come in and he says, thank you. And she was like, for what? And he was like, for last night. She was like, for what? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, moving on. So Madam said, you still thinking about dancing? And he said, yeah. And so she said, talk to the guys. Talk to the guys. And he was like, no, I already tried that or whatever. They like, you know what I'm saying? They try to lean on me or whatever. And she was like, wait, you went in the dressing room? And he was like, yeah. She was like, well, that's why they pressed your ass out. You cannot go into the lion's den unless you're escorted by the queen. Okay? So they go in there. Madam take him in there. And she was like, hey, y'all, this is my nephew. treat him good or whatever. So the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they bro him up and all that. You good, we family, all that, whatever. Figure like shit. And then she tells Doc, she pulls Doc to the side, tells Doc to make him feel comfortable. And she also asks Doc to, help him out a little bit. So Doc takes Amp on the stage for a little tutorial, right? So he's teaching Amp how to, the art of seduction, how to be a stripper, basically. I mean, whatever. It reminds me of in Hustlers. Did y'all see Hustlers? It reminds me of on Hustlers when Jennifer Lopez and Cardi B was teaching the girl, I don't know her name, the other girl, okay, how to ride the and not the clock, okay? That part, if you've seen the movie. Or ride the clock and not the... Watch the movie, okay? So, and right, I put this in my notes. He was teaching him about the Bolo experience, because y'all know Doc is Bolo, and we already went over that. But I put that in my notes because I probably was being silly. I don't know. So he gets Doc, not knowing, gets Dime, because she's over there doing whatever Dime does, and gets her to sit in the chair and pretend to be a customer. So she sits down in the chair, and he's doing all the stuff, and he's like, touch her slowly and look her in the eyes and take time and admire every part of her and all that. And then he started doing something where he had picked her foot up and was rubbing her leg and stuff. And she trying to keep a straight face. She trying not to smile too much, trying not to blush too much. But then she just was like, look, y'all, okay, I got to get back to work, okay? But you going to do just fine. You going to be just fine. So the club opened up and it's lit. It's lit. And then we go to the junior locker room. This is the first time that we see that junior locker room, okay? And this champ is giving... I guess, remember how the dressing room on Players Club was not too nice? Give it a male version, okay? Because at least they walls was red or pink, or somebody took the time to paint them walls. That joint... Anyway. I'm out, y'all. I'm sorry. So, Jay walks in. Y'all remember Jay? Okay. Jay walks in, and another dancer that we did see. I just didn't remember. But the dancer that, remember I told y'all, I think it was in the first video, I told y'all when the guy walked in, that random dancer walked in the VIP dressing room and used the toilet? Him. He walks over to Jay and tells Jay that the other dudes is making all the money, and I'm tired of them and just hating. And Jay is like, well, I'm just here to make some of the money. I don't want all the money. Okay, that's fine. So then the nigga said, if you make too much money, they'll take it from you. And he was like, who, madam? And he was like, yeah, she only care about them other dudes or whatever. When I tipped out last night, she took it all. And he was like, I'm sick of this. And if they try to deny, it's going to be a problem up in here. And he walked off. And as he walked off, another dancer walked up. His name was Freedom, y'all. And he was like, he lying. He don't make no money. And what he do make, he smoke it up. That man on meth. Yeah, that was him that went in there the last time. And Jay had on these shiny orange shorts that reminded me of some shorts Ebony was wearing on the Players Club. And the dude Freedom, he was saying something about the shorts. He said his girl like them. Whatever. So, the dude Freedom gave Jay a shot. Gave him a shot. And Jay knocked it back. All right. So, we get back to the VIP locker room with the guys, and they kind of just having a little conversation about beefing. And I guess some of them do it or some of them don't need to. And Midnight is telling them about what the doctor said could happen. And to each his own. That's what we're going to say about that. Okay? So now we out on the floor. Diamond's turning the crowd up, getting the crowd hype, and she introduced Fuego. Excuse me, for his solo. Introduce Fuego for his solo. That's when we get to see him doing his thing. So there was this lady while he doing his thing. You know, other dancers are, moving around, dancing at tables and stuff. So Doc is dancing at a table, and there's a lady over there. She looking hard, goosey hard, okay, and she walks over to him, and he start dancing, and she throws some money at him. And walks away. And then we go back to Fuego. And Doc ends up, as he's moving back around, he ends up walking back up on the lady that was goosing all hard. And clearly they know each other. So he was like, long time no see. And she was like, you probably don't even remember my name. And he was like, I remember you, Teresa. Okay. And he was like, no, she was like, we should catch up. And he was like, what? You ghosted me. And she was like, I had some personal things I had to take care of over there. So then he said, you can't just get me hooked on something and take it away. So then we cut over to Jay. Jay is over there dancing for some ladies at a table, but he is a mess. He is sloppy. He is sweating. And lady is like, get that up off of me. And next thing you know, he just passed out, child. He passed out, and the security came and dragged him out. They dragged him back into the junior locker room, and it's the security man and Jay and Blue. And Blue was trying to wake him up. She like, what you take? And they dumped a bucket of water on him. He coming up a little bit. He like, I don't do drugs. And she like, nigga, you did something. What did you take? Don't you die on me in here. So then Freedom walks in, and Blue asks him, what did he take? And Freedom was like, I don't know. And then Blue was like, boy, if you die in here. And Freedom was like, nah, he all right. And Blue was like, well, how you know? You said you ain't know. What'd he take then? And then Freedom said, I saw him take some X to calm down. So she was like, make him throw up. They did. Okay. And then Freedom was like, I got him. And then Blue was just like, make him clean that up. And she told Jay he was fired. Don't come your ass back in here. So, right, he was like, gonna ask him, sorry, Freedom gonna go over to Jay, ask you, all right, like, you ain't, like, what did you give him? Like, you know what you did. So they come out, the club closed or whatever. The 5. Amp, Doc, Babyface, Fuego, Midnight. They all coming out. And Amp thanks Doc for helping him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Babyface car being towed. So the niggas start cracking jokes. And Midnight is like, I told you, don't let them broads own you. Okay? And by the little walk up to the club, it's a bike right there, like a pedal bike. Not a motorcycle, not a moped, not a scooter, a 10-speed, however many speed bike, okay? And I think it was a helmet on there too, but I'm gonna leave that alone, okay? So, and it's a note on it. And Midnight say, let me read the note. And Babyface talking about you probably can't even read, but whatever. The note said, this is the shit you was riding when I met you. So they crack some more jokes on him. Then Doc offers to take Babyface home. And Babyface is like, I'm good, but it look like you got somebody waiting on you. I guess somebody, well, I know. Somebody over there is called. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. So, oh, I need to turn the page. It's Teresa. Like I said, it's Teresa. So Midnight offers Babyface a ride. And he was like, okay, just don't talk no shit. And Midnight's like, oh, I'm going to talk shit. Okay. So Amp asks Babyface, can he have a bike? And Midnight was like, get your ass in this car. If we leave your ass out here, let you ride a bike home, Madam is going to kill us all. Get your ass on here. Come on here. So Doc goes over to his car, and Teresa is sitting up on his car, and they get right to it. On the car, in the car, tearing it up. Okay? All that. So when it was over, Teresa was like, ooh, that's exactly what I needed. And Doc was like, yeah, we gotta do this again. And then Therese was like, I'll let you know. And went on about her way. And this is another time we seeing these male strippers get treated like a piece of meat, just like they be treating the women strippers, okay? I don't know how accurate that is to real life, but I hope it is true, okay? Because, hell. We almost done. Okay. Where was I at? Right. So inside the club, of course, the club is closed. Madam is like sitting at the bar. She like on her phone or whatever. And that damn lady detective walk in. And Madam was like, the club is closed. And she was like, well, I'm looking for Madam. And Madam was like, well, that's me. How can I help you? And the detective was like, I need to ask some questions about Alan Risk. I think his last name is Risk, like Risky. Remember Risky, y'all? So, and she said his wife reported him missing and thinks that something happened to him. And Madam is like, really? And that's the end of episode 5, y'all. I told y'all, it's a lot going on. This show is really, really good. I told y'all it's not as good as, but it's good. And have y'all noticed, for y'all who watch a lot of scripted TV, that we've been getting some black dramas now. They ain't lasting, okay? Because they canceled Queens, okay? They canceled Delilah. Was that the name of the show? If y'all, it was a real quick little show that was on, but that was a cute little drama. I hope Kings of Napa come back. It's all kind of people coming back. That's my show too. Like, we got some good black dramas going on. Then BET Plus, you know, Tyler Perry is gonna crank his shit out one way or another. But I mean, he's executive producing. This is like Christian Key's show for real. But we got All the Queens Men. We got The Family Business. We got Ruthless. Like, it's a lot going on with the black dramas. So let's keep going. Let's talk about it. If I missed anything, y'all comment. Make sure y'all like and comment and subscribe. All that stuff. I'm going to get better with saying all of that good stuff. And what else I want to tell y'all? I'm going to keep cranking out this content, okay? So I really hope that y'all stick around with me. And let's do this, because it's really fun. I like it over here. I'll holler at y'all later.